Yeah, they had a budget. I get it. I felt bad. I kept being like, oh man, which one of these dudes is Steven Seagal? Because there are a couple of older folks in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I can't tell who Steven Seagal is anymore. He looks so different than he did at Under Siege when I fell for him.
He's got like jet black hair. Like, come on, bro. We know you die in that shit.
You and Derek Carr going to the same salon.
Hey, welcome back to Rough Draft Research, everybody. Here we are. We out here. www.roughdraft. No, we don't have a website.
We're too cool. You can't put us in print.
Yeah, exactly. We ain't got the time or the energy. Well, we're here.
Or the grammar skills.
For real.
Yeah.
I can't code HTML. So.
Not yet. Well, shit, let's get it started. Week 10, everybody. We got some cool matchups. We're going to start with headlines, so we'll kick it over to Christian because he talks the best.
Yeah. So, I mean, not a ton of news coming out this week, but the biggest, OBJ got cut from the Browns, waited to see who he wanted to go to for his new team, and that ended up being the LA Rams.
Because the Packers are too cheap.
Yep. Too cheap. Don't have the money. Can't do it. Won't budge. As soon as it went more than one day, I knew immediately that Green Bay wasn't doing it. Like, they just don't do bidding wars. They're like, nope, This is our price. So I really don't understand it, though. I don't really get I don't know. Maybe it's that super team phobia, but what role does he have here that Robert Woods or Cooper Kupp couldn't have done better?
I don't know. I don't know why they'd want him. I don't know what the point of it is.
I don't really understand it either. I mean,
lights, big lights. He wants his name in lights. It's all about the drama.
That's fair. I mean, it could work. I'd like to see OBJ exciting again. So I hope it works to a point, but I don't really get it.
Yeah, I think the owner or the GM their kids got him the fuck those picks, and I think it just got to his head. He's like, let's just fucking go all in on it. Like,
yeah, well,
like, this is me drafting my 2017 dynasty team, and I draft David Johnson and company.
I drafted Odell with like the number 3 overall pick in the dynasty
really?
startup in that 2017. So
damn,
yeah.
You can see now it's finally paid off, the long con. Yeah. I traded him, obviously. We all know that. Punk ass.
The Dalvin Cook stuff, I'm going to give to you, though, AJ, because I don't really know much about. I didn't read the article.
It's basically just a civil suit. So Dalvin's team comes out, says he's the victim. Then this lady comes out, says she suffered a concussion, and it's hearsay right now. Video did surface. It's kind of like it's pointing at the ground, but you can hear a lady talking about, I don't know, she was saying something like, "Give me my money" or something, and you can hear Dalvin saying just like, "Hey, leave me alone, stop pulling on my hair," and then she says something about going to grab a gun. It is kind of how he came out and said it. So he's saying she's extorting him for money. She's saying he hit her with a broom. So I don't know. I think it's more of a legal issue. He's playing. Apparently the organization knows about it. The NFL knows about it. So, I mean, it's just another one of those cases that we'll be waiting on for years. Because this happened November 2020. So,
yeah,
full year ago.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well,
Good thing
sucks.
It wasn't in the NFL's email server.
Yeah.
Would have taken another
He sent
10
it
years.
on his private accounts, so,
That's good.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll just have to see what happens there. But as far as I know, he's playing, which is great news when you're playing the Los Angeles Chargers as a running back. So.
I guess
For
so.
sure.
Yeah, they are pretty leaky on the old RB front. But we're going to talk about servers and emails and.
Oh, I forgot. Are we going to talk about that? I can set it up, or
Sure.
you set it up. That's why you said the email thing.
I tried it.
I didn't know if we were actually doing that because it's not actually fantasy relevant.
Oh, what, the John Gruden stuff?
Yeah, but we can definitely do it.
Yeah, dude, let's shit on John Gruden.
I just like to hear more about it.
Okay. So yeah, speaking of emails and stuff, John Gruden is suing the NFL, claiming that I forget exactly what the claim said, but essentially that the NFL was targeting him to destroy his career and make him a scapegoat by only leaking his parts of the emails and still not releasing any of the other emails. And I kind of think he has a point. Not saying that he shouldn't have been fired for what he said. That's a different argument altogether. But yeah, I mean, it has looked like from day one the NFL was kind of using this to cover up the whole Washington football investigation and kind of just get everyone's attention on something else. So
Yeah, it's exactly what happened. You know?
yeah.
Smoke
They
and
think
mirrors.
it's 1980s still, and that kind of like smokescreen business tactic still works. But it's like everybody's got phones and emails, man. Like
Yeah. It's like
we know how it works.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't have to be on the front page to be circulating.
We know that John Gruden's not just emailing himself back and forth racist jokes and stuff.
right. Can you imagine?
That would be
it's
funny
just like
though. He's like, save
That would
this
be
joke for
hilarious.
later. Sends it to himself. Yeah, his email is like things you can say at the line of scrimmage to get under the other team's skin. Like, whoa! Don't type that, please. All right. I feel like I've tried to commit to silence when
He's
we're
like-
talking about sensitive things because I clearly am the least professional person on this podcast.
Yeah, 100%. I mean I think that's the headlines, man. Do we have anything else?
Yeah, there's
a lot.
not much else.
No, did you talk about Camster?
Oh.
Oh yeah,
old
we didn't.
Cam
we
Newton.
can take it, man.
Okay, yeah. Well, a circle is 360 degrees. The first pivot point was 180, and the second was also 180. So what has risen back to the surface just when you thought Cam was out of town. I saw him. He had the scarf hood hat. I don't know. He had the Cam, man. He got in your mom's closet again and pulled out her hankies and tied them around his head, and he's back.
He's back.
He's a Panther. Whoa!
Woo!
So that's cool, I guess.
Yeah. Good for good cool.
Just couldn't stay dead.
Well, and that's the headlines.
Zombie Cam. Can we call him Zombie Cam?
Zombie Cam. I'm into it. So week 10 bye weeks, we got the Chicago Bears, Cincinnati Bengals, New York Football Giants, and the Houston Texans. Thursday night football, Ravens Dolphins. The Dolphins pull off the upset.
Yeah, that was wild.
It was upsetting to
Old
see the
Brisket
condition of that
comes out.
football field.
Yeah.
Is that like the third? You know, Seattle's got the 12th man. Like the 12th man is the turf monster.
Yeah.
Like, we're just gonna turn this into a mudslide, and we'll practice here every day, so we'll know how to walk on it. But
Yeah, dude.
we need to throw some fescue on that bitch.
I do know old Mike Gesicki had a old goose egg.
Yeah.
7 targets
7.
though.
Adam Shaheen looked tight,
7 targets.
Yeah.
real tight. I was like, oh, a second round Chicago tight end looking good, and it's not Cole Kmet. So
Let's see. Mark Andrews had the touchdown. He looked good. Rashad Bateman coming on. Like to see that.
yeah,
Feels good.
feels great.
But yeah, can't believe the Dolphins won this. I think it goes to show that the NFC is going to win the Super Bowl this year. because AFC just can't keep it together, man.
Did you guys see that where like Brissett was like, he came out of the blue tent and was like, let's do this. And then they're like,
No, Tua.
Nah, homie.
the let's is not you anymore.
Oh, I guess we can talk about that lineman, the touchdown that never will be.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
He had a nice little juke move, man. Caught the ball, had a nice little move.
Yeah, the whole flip thing. I was like, yeah, that's kind of crazy, man.
It's a big man. Hey, that's a brave fucking cornerback, dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got it. I don't know. I feel like he had to have known, like, this guy is not an eligible receiver, right? Like, just let him score. I don't know. But I feel like he's going to have that playing in a loop in his house for the rest of his life, you know?
Oh, definitely. He sent that clip out a couple times this week.
He needs it as an NFT.
Yeah,
Just
smart.
in a frame.
Well, shit. We'll go into the matchups. I'm going to start it off. We're going to go Panthers versus the Cardinals. Sam Darnold is out 4 to 6 weeks. RIP, my Vegas bet for Sammy D having the most passing yards in the NFL.
Oh, my God. Those Vegas bet slips, dude. I'm
MGM
born to
Grand.
burn him.
Yeah, that was a good time. Well, a waste of money. But yeah, Cam Newton's in town, but PJ Walker is starting. So I kind of watched the film. I watched the starting game he played last year versus the Lions. This guy, dude, he's got a really quick release. He makes really quick decisions. 3-step drop, just throws it. He's not afraid to throw it. He loves to air it out, which is great for some of these receivers. I don't know. He kind of just seems a little fearless, a little careless, but you like to see a guy like that. Remind me of like a Brett Favre, where he makes that decision and he sticks with it, and it works out all right. His only start in 2020, DJ Moore, 7 for 127. Curtis Samuels, 8 for 70, 1 touchdown, and Robbie Anderson, 7 for 46. So
That's a lot of targets.
a lot of targets, man. And, you don't have Curtis Samuel, but you do have Robbie Anderson. You do have DJ Moore. He's familiar with these guys. And, of course,
Best wide receiver on the team.
Yeah,
TMJ.
that's what. Hey, man, you're getting ahead of me right here.
Shit.
So week 7, he played the Giants. The game he was down when he came in. 8 of his 13 targets were deep. They were down, like I said. 5 of 13 went to Moore. 4 of 13 went to Anderson, and 2 of 13 went to Shi Smith. So I am going to say the sleeper in this is TMJ. I think maybe he can take on that Curtis Samuel role. But realistically, I think this is just going to be CMC. He's back. He's about to curb stomp this freaking defense. And, that should be the game plan. The last game against the Arizona D was against the 49ers. You saw George Kittle go off, 6 for 101 and a touchdown. Ayuk came on, 6 for 89 and a touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 5 for 63. Elijah Mitchell, 5 for 43. So it kind of shows you that's kind of where this defense is exposed, and I think that's where TMJ and CMC can kind of take advantage. With that said, the Arizona defense is 5th in sacks and 7th in pressures. So we'll have to see. PJ is going to have to be fearless in that pocket, and I think he will be. So we'll move on to the Cardinals, man. The Cardinals are just injury-stricken right now. Kyler Murray's going to be a game-time decision. Chase Edmonds out. Justin Pug, their left guard, he's out. Their starting centers, questionable. Hopkins, questionable. Rondale Moore, questionable. So I think it might be a Colt McCoy game, but I do think Kyler's going to play. But, start your James fucking Connors and start your Christian Kirk and keep an eye out for, Benjamin, man. That's where I'm at on this game. Thoughts?
Eno. Count them Benjamins.
Hell yeah.
Man, I think you're spot on.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think CMC is going to come back to form this week. The obvious reasons of him taking away or making it a little easier for Walker to get used to the offense because he's got that safety out. And then, we've seen it all year. The Arizona run D isn't that good. So I think Chris McCaffrey rolls here for sure.
Oh yeah.
I like what you said about TMJ as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, it's good. Yeah, Christian McCaffrey needs to get his 1 week done for the next 5 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be nice.
And then we can see him next year or whatever.
Right.
I do think that Arizona probably breathed in a little easier after that Rams loss last week, at the whole division.
Well, it's kind of the whole NFC, to be honest. Everybody lost up at the
Yeah.
top. So,
Yeah.
It's nice for them. I mean, especially in the division, to just be able to have a little bit of a buffer.
yeah.
So if they take a little while to get healthy, they're playing for the postseason at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't even be surprised if they sat Kyler, but you know how these athletes are, man. When they're itching to play, they'll play.
Yeah, you don't want a guy to miss 2 weeks too.
Yeah.
Get cold.
We'll see, man. It should be fun. I'm glad that PJ Walker's at least going to get the start.
Yeah,
have an
that's really
opportunity,
cool.
which is really nice. I thought they were going to try to force Cam in, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm still not super high on the whole Cam thing coming in, but I mean,
No, it's silly.
I just don't see the point. But got to do what you got to do. Maybe just
Well, you got to
throwing-
have bodies. That's
Yeah.
the point, is that there's nobody else available.
Oh, definitely. Couldn't get another guy from the XFL. But
I mean, there's guys out there, right?
yeah.
Well,
I'm
he
just-
already kind of knows the offense. I don't know. It's a little easier.
Throw the veteran a bone, man. Let him come
Yeah.
home. Let him maybe retire as a Panther. I think that's pretty cool.
But other than
It
It
that,
was
no,
a
I
$10
don't
million
really.
contract, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh wait, they paid him 10 mil?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I didn't even see that. What the hell?
Yeah, it's weird.
That doesn't
I mean,
make any sense.
Yeah. Cool. Whatever, man. I don't even know. The Panthers we thought we knew is not the Panthers that we have in front of us
Yeah.
today. So
True that.
that was such a weird beginning to the year. But
Yeah.
as all good things, it must come to an end. But I won't prolong this Panther discussion any longer.
Dude. I think it's funny too with James Conner, man. Like the guy just continues to score points, and I refuse to throw him in any DFS league. And in the league we're in, I don't see anybody playing it. No, like nobody is. Everyone's just waiting for the ball to drop, and he just fucking keeps dropping bombs, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has 14 touchdowns now?
Yeah, he had 3 last week, but I digress. Well, moving on to Browns Pats. Over to you, Christian.
Yeah. So I was going to talk about the New England running defense against Nick Chubb after Nick Chubb's huge week last week, 137 yards and 2 touchdowns. But Nick Chubb's not playing due to COVID. But as we all saw, they've got a good little backup in Dearness Johnson, who's really going to have to be on it because Hunt's not playing, Chubb's not playing, and Dimitri Felton is also not playing. So he's pretty much the only guy. I assume they'll bring somebody off the practice squad or kind of maybe get a veteran in there, but they haven't signed anybody yet. So it's got to be soon because he can't be the only running back they have. But so expect Johnson to have a big day. New England's not great against the run, but they're not terrible either. Flip it to the New England side. Man, that New England offense continues to be impressively unimpressive.
They're
Like
good
they
with
just
8.
keep beating people, and they're efficient, and they've got good scoring numbers, but they're just kind of average statistically. It's hard to figure out what they're gonna do. And they're going up against a really good defense this year, both in rushing and passing. Cleveland is top 10. PFF actually has them as the second overall defense in the league right now, for what that's worth. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. The Browns held Jamar Chase to just 49 yards last week while they just whipped up on the Bengals. Kind of a weird game, but I just see this as an interesting game of two offenses that can kind of get slowed up at times against one really good defense and one decent defense. The only thing I can say, I just want to throw a shout out to AJ for Ramondre Stevenson. 6 yards per carry last
Let's
week,
go,
while
man.
Damian Harris had 2.
He's got the vision,
So-
bro.
Let's do it. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on this one.
Fuck yeah.
I'm just mad because now I can't trade for him. Like, people have seen the light.
Yeah, that's one that I've been wrong about if he keeps going.
You can still get him in certain super flex leagues. Whatever.
Yeah, I should already have him. I fucked up.
Don't be mad about it.
I feel like we both got FOMO from that one.
Yeah, it'll be all right. I traded Chubb. Now he's dying of COVID, so whatever. No, just joking, Chubb. But get back, get healthy, straight up. He's vaccinated. He'll be all right. But you do have to talk about how electrified that Browns offense has been after, OBJ is no longer available. We saw it last year with the injury. They really rallied around his absence. Maybe they're going to do the same thing here. You can never count that out. But, as far as reliable quarterbacks, Baker is right there in the middle of the pack. So
Yeah.
you never really know.
Just kind of waiting for one of those guys to pop. Unfortunately, Demetric Felton's not playing, but waiting for that Anthony Schwartz or Donovan Peoples-Jones kind of showed out a little last week.
Yeah.
We're just kind of waiting for one of those guys to pop. And
I don't think it's the land of consistency, man.
true, this might be another fucking 3-touchdown Njoku game, and then he just disappears for 3 more games.
Yeah.
Well, it's also weird because we're talking about wanting a receiver to step out on a team that throws the ball less than anyone in the league.
Right.
And so it's just a weird situation right now. Even Landry's not doing much.
Right.
Yeah, it's built around the rush game, and when you're you
It
got
works.
2, balling ass running backs that aren't going to be playing in this game. I'm just it's just going to be a weird one, man. It's going to be
Yeah.
a weird,
Yeah.
it's going to be a weird game.
Well, it should be fun. I mean, it's not like they're going to have to keep up with the electrifying Patriots offense, like Christian said. So
Yeah, just got to look out.
But I mean, they get it done when they get it done, though. I mean, it's always like they're beating somebody by 3 every week, it seems like.
yeah,
So they do just enough. I don't know.
They
I
just have to
actually
be.
Go ahead.
I was going to say they just need to be careful, the Browns, with the turnovers because
Yeah.
of the ankle tackles.
For
You
sure.
think a turnover is a good thing, but then all of a sudden, Mac Jones there twisting on
Just
your
twisting your
shoestrings,
ankles. Yeah.
tying your shoelaces together and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the Browns here to win still, but I think it could be close. And I think the Patriots could definitely give them a run for their money and even win.
yeah, should be fun.
Yeah, I never count the Patriots out, but a little more easy to call game is probably the Eagles-Broncos game. Am I right,
Yeah.
fellas? Skull Broncos, right?
No Pat Shermer this week.
Oh, no. What are they going to do? Last week was kind of crazy. They came out and stunned Dallas, and that was absurd. And I liked it because they did it on the ground. They had 181 running back yards on 38 attempts, and they're averaging 103 this year, so nearly doubled. And I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. It's what we've all been hoping for, with the Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon. You think it's just going to be, that Cleveland-style run game. And it has been a little weak. And you might think maybe, hey, they got all these rush yards because they're ahead in this game. They're milking the clock. Well, only 22 of the yards came in the fourth quarter. So it was their game plan pretty much the whole game. And it was pretty good. I was excited to see it. 2 rushing touchdowns, and they've only had 4 before this week. So, a little more electrifying, but we'll see how it goes. The Eagles are 20th in stopping the run, and they have a top 10 allowed rushing touchdowns. So it could be more of the same. We'll see what happens. One thing's for sure, Jerry Judy is pretty much putting Cortland Sutton out of business in a big way. So,
Just one game.
4 targets in week 8, 2 targets in
2
week
games.
9.
It's just 2 games. 2 games.
So, yeah, the funny thing is Tim Patrick only has 2 more targets than Sutton over the last 2 games, but he's averaging over 21 yards per catch. So you got to look out for that. 87.5% 2.5% catch rate for Tim Patrick. So, maybe he's just lucky.
Cortland Sutton on the block, everybody.
But on the flip side, the Eagles almost
Give
beat
you
the.
OBJ for him.
There you go.
Hell, man. Cortland Sutton, free agent next year, baby. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, he can go to play for the Giants too and be awesome.
Fuck you.
But like I was saying, on the flip side, the Eagles almost beat the Chargers last week. So you got to look out for that. It's 2 weeks of this Jordan Howard experience, and I expressed my upset disappointment about how they handled the Lions game. It's hard to say anything against this game because it almost worked. It almost worked for the second time. I'm really surprised Miles Sanders hasn't just been traded the way that they're running this team. They got Boston Scott, they got Jordan Howard. We all know Kenny Gainwell is still alive on this team somewhere. So they're almost acting better without Miles Sanders. So we'll see. But Jalen Hurts is still getting his rushing action. So I'm happy to see that. He's still scrambling. But it has been the season low pass attempts over the last 2 weeks. So they're pretty much just abandoning the pass game. And, that's all good. You got to do what you got to do. Except when you go to Denver, this is a team that's limiting teams to the 6th least yards on the ground, 8th least through the air, 6th least overall. So I don't think that they're going to be able to run the ball like they have been, and I definitely don't think they're going to be able to pass the ball like they haven't been. So we're just going to have to see what happens. It was good to see Devonta Smith had a great game, though.
Yes, it was.
Averaging 23 per catch. He had 116 total yards. It's his best fantasy finish of the year. So hopefully he can beat that, keep it going. About the Broncos defense, though, man, I mean, Zeke and Tony Pollard combined had 62 yards last week on the ground. Dak was under 250 through the air. So they're just kind of hitting their stride. They're like Vaughn who, you know what I mean? Go hang out with OBJ in L.A. But.
So you're saying this game's going to be boring.
Boring. Yeah. 100%. I will say one more thing. And like I'm saying, I'm basically telling you there's no one you can trust on the Eagles team. And don't trust Cortland Sutton. But another thing I'm going to tell you is that Dallas Goedert is the number 12 tight end on the year. And I still don't trust him either. We haven't seen the bump that we were expecting with Ertz out of town.
Yeah.
It's still been pretty consistent. I mean, the targets are going up, but the actual performance hasn't gone up. The fantasy point totals, that's what we're after.
I thought Jalen Hurts was a good quarterback.
Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback to have on your fantasy football roster. But apparently,
that's what you said. My bad.
That 50% of the NFL teams don't make it in the playoffs. So I guess it's a little different. But
yeah.
But that's where I'm at, man. I think Denver is going to make this one real difficult on the Eagles. I don't know. I'm kind of surprised. They had a Panthers-esque start of the season, and they cooled off, and now they're heating back up in a pretty big way. So going to be no flying. It's a no-fly zone, Eagles. I don't know what that means, but what up?
Yeah, I'm with you. I could see this being a beatdown for sure. I don't really see this as a good matchup anywhere for the Eagles, kind of like you were saying. I really just can we just have the Jerry Judy breakout game?
No.
Like, he keeps dealing with injuries. Like, let's just go. Let's go put 8 catches for $160 and a touchdown this week. Let's go.
Go back to the blue tent, Judy. Go back to the blue tent.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. The work is there. He's definitely the focal point of the passing offense, but
yeah,
the results just hasn't caught quite on. Hasn't quite caught on. Yeah. So I think they're going to need a first round drafted quarterback to make that happen, but we'll see. Teddy Bree is doing pretty good.
Hashtag Kenny Pickett.
There you go. Pick it up, set it down. I think they're probably more of a Sam Howell kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But that's just me.
So he needs another rushing quarterback. Okay, gotcha.
You know it. I mean, Melvin Gordon won't be in town next year.
But it is fun to see Devonta have that breakout game. Rashad's coming on. Ramondre Stevenson. It's kind of fun. We're finally hitting that like week 10. All these rookies are starting to kind of catch up to game speed and show out a little bit. So that's always fun for us after we spent so much of the offseason watching these guys. I'm gonna keep this going with the Falcons Cowboys, and I'll tell you what, man. You know what I'm tired of? The Vikings losing to the fucking Cowboys, and then the Cowboys embarrassing themselves next week, and then the Vikings lose to the Ravens, and then they embarrass themselves the next week. Why can't we have those wins? Anyway, Falcons, Cowboys. Let's go, boys. Olamide Zaccheaus.
Yeah.
Spell check? Word check?
That's good, yeah. Olamide Zaccheaus. You got it.
I'm just bringing him up right away because I think the important takeaway is I looked at these touchdowns. He was only 3 for 3, but he had the 2 touchdowns. Each touchdown, he was the first look, and they were both inside the 5-yard line, which is interesting because he's not a big guy. The first touchdown was a play-action hook just right across the line, and Matt Ryan just threw it in there, man. He was looking the whole way. And then the second TD off the fumble return that he got tackled inside the 5 was a double tight, a fullback, a running back, and he was the only receiver split out, and he kind of ran that like slant out. Mm-hmm. And Matt Ryan just threw it right to him. So I'm just curious if that's going to continue because he wouldn't be my first thought inside the 5-yard line to throw the ball to.
You never heard of Kyle Pitts?
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's confusing. Or a Cordero Patterson or something. But anyway, moving on. I just thought that was interesting. Maybe pick him up if he's still available. Kind of wait a week, see what happens with him. Anyway, Kyle Pitts, 8 targets. Russell Gage, 8 targets. So they're slinging the ball out. Calvin Ridley's gone, so they got to do something here. I did talk about this a few games back about the Dallas defense. They're 15th in passing yards allowed, but 6th in yards after catch, that yak, after only playing 8 games opposed to the 9 that some of the teams ahead of them have played. We remember that Kadarius Toney breakout game.
Oh, yeah.
So start your Cordero Patterson, man. This guy's insane. This is absolutely awesome. He does it all. The first play of the game, I don't know if you watched, was a fade route to Cordero Patterson, man. He's just doing everything. It's great to see. Glad I picked him up. Thank you for the hint, Daniel. Really appreciate that.
You got it.
The Dallas defense is great against the rush, but Atlanta has pretty much all but abandoned the rushing game. Mike Davis is non-existent. Atlanta pretty good at the rushing defense too, at 17th in yards allowed. This Atlanta defense the secondary isn't as bad as it was last year. Last year it was like, hey, stream your fucking wide receivers against Atlanta, but they're not bad. I was going to shout out AJ Terrell, yeah. He's only given up 13 receptions for 74 yards this year. And when you look at the PFF stats, the linebackers are the ones giving up the yards, 681 yards and 3 touchdowns. So I'm looking at that as a weakness in this defense. The studs seem to have their way. Terry McLaurin, 6 for 123, 2 touchdowns. Mike Evans, 5 for 75, 2 touchdowns. Even Kenny Galladay's only game, he went 4 for 64. The Atlanta defense is last in sacks, last in pressures, so I'm thinking this is a Dak rebound game. He's got all the talent there. Michael Gallup's making his return, and I'm calling the sleeper, Dalton Schultz. He is 23 for 29 for 208 yards and 2 touchdowns in the 0 to 10 yard range. And if you're looking at that, Gesicki, 7 for 85 and a touchdown. Gronk, 4 for 39, 2 touchdowns. Dallas Goedert, 4 for 42 and a touchdowns. And the other teams they played were the Giants, Washington football team, Jets, and Panthers, and Saints, who basically don't have a tight end presence. So I'm looking for that Dalton Schultz red zone touchdown. I mean, if you need to stream a tight end, he's available 100%, which he probably isn't, but that's where I'm at. That's my rant, son.
That's everything. I don't know what else to say, homie.
Sorry, man. I go in, son.
Yeah, man. Way to be. And just for the record, no, I did not see that. I refused to watch Cordero Patterson play football.
I know you did.
So
That's why I had to remind you. Why do you think I didn't spare the details?
I know it, man. It was some good detail too. I like that.
Dude, honestly, last week I was sweating like there's no way I'm gonna win this game, and I'm watching the Vikings game, totally heartbroken. And then I looked down at my phone with 2 minutes left. Cordero Patterson, 60-yard touchdown pass. I'm like, I have a shot.
That's awesome, man. Man, I was a point and a half away from sweeping all leagues last week. Fucked me up, man.
Damn.
Nick Chubb would have won me that one.
We kept him.
Shut up, Christian. My flex position scored 0 points, so anybody on my team could have saved me. It didn't have to be Nick. But we'll get into that goose egg later on.
Well, shit, sorry for thoroughly covering that game.
Sorry for being a
really know what
professional.
else to say.
You got the rest of this shit too, then, man? Just keep...
Hell no, man. I want to kick over to the Vikings Chargers, man. I'm actually happy not to do this one, just to kind of get an outside perspective from my bias ass.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to do that
bias.
next week. And you can cover the Packers or something. Wait.
Gladly.
No, next week is Vikings Packers.
I guess I'll have to cover it. And you
Yeah,
guys
we'll
can
both cover it.
fucking tear me apart.
Anyway, yeah, so we got the Chargers and the Vikings, two teams that kind of been playing similarly all year, up and down at times. Sometimes they look like the best teams on the field, and then they kind of don't know. They just lose what they're doing. And so that'll be interesting. It's kind of like who's going to fuck up first in this one. Minnesota's yards per game on defense is not amazing, 16th in passing and 30th in rushing. The good news for them is they're playing the team with a really bad rushing attack, so they're not really going to be able to take advantage of that rushing hole. And even better news is that they're playing a team that is the worst in the league at stopping the runner in yards per game. So obviously, huge day for Dalvin Cook. He's probably angry, wants to work out some of his stress with all that's going on in his personal life. But other than that, I kind of just, like I said, I think it's going to be whoever messes up first, because both these teams are good. They just kind of play out of themselves a lot, and all their stars tend to show up. I mean, you have bad games from like Adam Thielen occasionally. Mike Williams had one a couple weeks ago. But for the most part, their big stars are going to do what they do. And I actually think Minnesota might take this one, because I just don't know that Justin Herbert's going to have the ball for that long as Minnesota just keeps crushing them with Dalvin Cook.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to come down to a last score if I know a Vikings game.
It'll be, a drive to end the game with a field goal, either made by the Chargers or missed by the Vikings. Just saying, if I'm looking at the statistics,
It should be interesting, man. It's Clint Kubiak's getting a lot of heat for not giving Justin Jefferson more targets. So I'm curious how that's going to go. I mean, I talked about it last week. I'm like, hey, man, we need to change up this playbook.
Yeah.
And if you watched last week, we're playing the Baltimore Ravens, and we're in overtime, and it's third down, and we run the ball.
that's smart.
We're playing at Baltimore against Lamar Jackson. It's like you got to take a chance. All you need is a field goal. So a lot of pressure. I think we need to I think the Vikings need to get the ball in their playmakers' hands, which is going to be Dalvin Cook, which is going to be Justin Jefferson, and that's going to open up the Adam Thielen red zone touchdowns. And sorry, this is your game. I digress.
No, you're good. I'm with you 100%. I'm sorry I don't have more for you. That's just, I mean, it seems like a fairly simple game plan.
Definitely.
Vikings run the ball, and then, like you said, open up the passing game for them. And the Chargers are just going to have to throw. It'll be up to the Vikings defense to stop it. But I think it might be a little easier for them than normal, because the Chargers can't run the ball. So you can kind of focus on the pass and dare them to beat you with the run.
Yeah. I think this is going to be big games for Keenan and Austin Eckler for sure.
Yeah.
It's going to be an exciting game. Pretty excited to watch it.
Yeah, probably one of the games of the week, to be honest.
Yeah. That's the thing. The Vikings won't disappoint. They'll put up, 24, 31 points, go into overtime, make it a heart stopper. So
that's true.
don't sleep.
They do know how to build suspense.
Yep.
So.
Shit. Vikings by 10. All right. Daniel.
First.
Chiefs versus the Raiders.
Chiefs versus the Raiders. Hey, guys. The Chiefs got a big victory last week against the Packers.
Oh.
Wow, that was pretty exciting. My favorite part was that Jordan Love statistically outperformed Pat Mahomes if you take away the turnover section of that. So good. That's great. I don't know what to say about this Chiefs team. Here's what I will say. Somehow, Travis Kelce is still on pace for 96 catches and over 1,100 yards.
Love that.
Somehow, he has 5 touchdowns, which is already tied for his 4th best season, touchdown-wise. I don't know. I was extremely surprised. I did this math, pacing it out, expecting to find out the worst possible thing. But it turns out that this team still moves the ball and that they still score and that Pat Mahomes is still leading an effective offense. It's just not what anyone expected, and it's not what anyone wanted to see. And I think a big part of it is that Tyreek Hill has a healthy 3 yards less per catch than he has had on average since his rookie year. He's at 11 yards per catch. This is not what we know him for. This is not the cheetah, This is more like a koala. So I guess they need to unlock the beast in that if they want to get this thing going. He's headed towards a career low in touchdowns while playing with Patrick Mahomes. And so, as effective as they've been, as effective as they have been on paper, it is not the Chiefs team that we know. They are not playing like themselves. They are not winning in the fashion that they should win. And this last game for Pat Mahomes was sad, It was like 166 passing yards. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Actually, right here.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Never mind. I guess I
Okay.
didn't write it down. I wanted to be nice to you. Not
That's cool. I'm pretty sure it was 166 and 192. But I could be wrong. I was so anyway. So we're going to talk about the good part of the Chiefs team because, let's talk about while we're talking about the Chiefs offense, let's talk about the Raiders defense. All right, these guys are pretty fucking good. Max Crosby's playing lights out. The pass rush is in your face. It's aggressive. They're really, really pretty fucking good. So it's going to be a tough game for the Chiefs to get in there. Passing yards allowed, 5th least. They're going to have to do it on the ground. The Raiders aren't great stopping the rush, but the Chiefs haven't been able to put together a solid rush. Looks like Clyde Edwards has a possibility to play this week.
It's almost a stretch, though.
Yeah, it's a stretch, but they're projecting him to have points, which that's all it takes. As soon as he puts himself in his own lineup, a la the Austin Eckler style, then we'll know. So I think the Chiefs are going to continue to struggle, and they're not going to be able to win this game offensively yet again. What I'm saying to you is that the Raiders have a good defense, and it's gonna be a struggle for Patrick Mahomes to overcome that. So you got to look at the Chiefs' defense as the only thing that they have to rely on. They're actually doing really well over the past couple of weeks. We know they got Melvin Ingram in the house now, which allowed for them to gracefully put Chris Jones into the tackle position, the position that he got drafted to play. And he's actually looking really well. So I can get my 95 jersey out again because 95 is a tackle and not a DN. Rashad Fenton, he's one of the top corners in the NFL, apparently. 5th in coverage grade for PFF and number 2 corner grade overall. So what's up? We're going to need this defense to look good against, the number 4 passing offense of the Raiders. Then they go and they have the Cowboys after that. So we know that the Raiders haven't been crazy on the ground and that they've been nuts through the air. So we're going to need that pass rush. We're going to need the secondary to keep a lid on things. And we'll just see what the Raiders want to do. We'll see which version of the Raiders show up this week. We've got 2 game sample size for Rick Bisaccia now. And both of those games represent the 2 season low in snap rates for Josh Jacobs. So I guess I was wrong about that. And we have 1 game now without Henry Ruggs. And here's what happened. 8 targets to the running backs, 17 targets to the wide receivers, and 11 targets to Darren Waller. So they're going with the pass. I thought this would be a shift towards the run. No, they're just passing to 4 different running backs. They're overloading Waller. They're kind of, they're regressing into what we've seen in the past work. And I don't know, they're still making it work. So that's pretty cool. I think, Henry Ruggs is gone. Obviously, the yardage is going down.
You say receivers. How many did Brian Edwards get?
He got 4 targets.
How many catches?
0.
Oh, okay.
You think I wasn't going to get to that? Man, you need to mute yourself while I'm talking. Anyway.
Shut your mouth when you talk.
You think no Henry Ruggs, and then the team's going to suffer. Well, they put up 296 passing yards. And their average is 305 on the year. So they didn't really miss a beat as far as production. And yes, Brian Edwards had 0 catches on 4 targets. That's a big goose egg. So there were many, many wide receivers in the NFL who got 4 targets and managed to catch some of them. I looked into it, and a lot of them are people we may not have ever heard of, but one of them is Brian Edwards, 4 targets, proving that he does have 3 first names, and you never trust a person with 3 first names. So, fuck you, Brian Edwards. I will say
that he is special, though. Like he did
that's true.
That not a lot of people have done.
Exactly. Yeah, sucked ass. I'm giving them another chance against this Chiefs defense that is, they are allowing shit to happen. They're not completely shutting down offenses like they did to the Packers and to the Giants. They're letting good offenses, which the Raiders are a good offense. They're letting them, gain speed. And the Raiders want to pass. They're going to pass. And I don't think they're going to be able to stop, Waller and Renfro and 4 different running backs getting targeted. They might be able to stop Brian Edwards, though.
Question.
Yep.
Josh Jacobs or Cortland Sutton? My flex.
Oh, Josh Jacobs. All day. Yeah, the Chiefs are
Cortland Sutton it is.
the Chiefs are top 10 in allowing rushing touchdowns. They're not top 10 in allowing rushing yards, but they're not stopping red zone attempts on the ground. And that's the kind of work Josh Jacobs can expect to get. So we'll see what up.
Let's do it, man. Hell yeah.
Heartbreaking. Yeah, fucking Brian Edwards, man. He cost me my only loss of the week.
Oh, poor fella.
Yeah, it's all right. Who knew? I just should have played Elijah Moore.
Didn't you know they were going to play with their 3rd string
Didn't you know?
quarterback?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, okay. Anyway.
Well, damn.
So that's that game.
Who do you have winning it?
I think that the Chiefs are going to win, but I think the Raiders are probably going to win.
Oh, shit.
What are you supposed to say, man? I think it's going to be a good game. I think that it's going to be a boring game again, And if they can get to Derek Carr and contain Darren Waller, two things that are, not easily done, then, maybe it works. Hopefully they just are like put Alex Leatherwood and Chris Jones in the same vicinity and just let Chris Jones, give him a little welcome to the NFL.
There we go.
Eat his lunch.
Yeah. What you having? Tacos? Give me them
Hell
fucking
yeah.
tacos.
Well, shit,
I'm having tacos.
I'm gonna keep it going with the Bucs versus the Washington football team. This is gonna be a good one. We got Gronk and Antonio Brown both out. Godwin will be a pre-game decision. That's by the way, a must monitor if you have Chris Godwin. A must monitor because this Washington defense has given up the 6th most passing yards in the 9 games, and the top 5 have only played 8. So you can do the math. There's a difference of 234 yards there. So odds are after this game they will be have given up the 1st most passing yards in the vicinity of games that are played. This Washington defense has given up the 2nd most passing touchdowns, and I'm guessing you know who the touchdown leader is right now is Tom Brady with 25. So start your Tom Brady. This is a must start for him. As for rushing, Tampa ranks number 2 in rushing yards allowed. So this is going to be a tough game for Antonio Gibson. The football team ranks 7th in rushing yards allowed, both in 8 games. I would say start your running backs, but explore some options if you see some upside somewhere. And as for upside, we're looking at this. Wow, fuck. I got my notes twisted up. So this Washington football team, the line, I hate saying that, the Washington football team. The football team, Washington.
Yeah, just say football team.
Football team.
WFT,
the line
baby.
is bottom 3rd for pressures, pressure percentage, and hurries, but also bottom 3rd. What? Fuck that? I like that. What fuck that line is in the bottom 3rd for pressures allowed, pressure percentage, and hurry, but also the bottom 3rd and passing yards. This Tampa Bay secondary gives up big plays. We saw Deshaun Jackson go 3 for 130 and a touchdown. We saw him against the Patriots. Jacoby Myers, Kendrick Bourne, Nelson Aguilar all had really good games, over 50 yards, over several reception. I'd say start Terry McLaurin. I think that's
Check.
gonna happen. I think there's going to be a Washington football team player on the receivers side that's gonna have a splash game. I'm thinking it's gonna be maybe Humphreys. It'd be nice to see Diami Brown kind of step up into that role. I think we would all like to see that happen, but we'll just have to see because I know Logan Thomas isn't gonna play in this game. Maybe Ricky Seals-Jones has a few plays, but in non-competitive games against this Tampa defense, we've seen the receiving running back show out. Cordero Patterson, 5 for 58 and a touchdown. The final is 48-25. Miles Gaskin, 10 for
catches.
74, 2 touchdowns. The final was 45-17. We even saw Brandon Bolden for the Pats go 6 for 51. So I'm saying J.D. McKissick,
Kiss it.
I think he could be a solid flex in this game because I could see this game kind of getting out of hand, but also Washington putting up some points. Just Tampa Bay a little more. Okay, well, you'll have your chance to talk. My sleeper, though, Tyler Johnson, especially if Chris Godwin does not play in this game, he becomes that kind of over-the-middle possession guy, which is exactly what he did last year when Chris Godwin didn't play due to injuries. It's against this Washington football team secondary, though. Tyler Johnson last week went 5 for 65. I would say now that AB's not playing, and if Godwin doesn't play, I think maybe we could see Jalen Darden, ? Do a few things, maybe take on those AB targets. I did see Cyril Grayson had his first reception for 50 yards and a touchdown. He's kind of like 20 pounds heavier than Jalen Darden, like the same style player. So I think it could be really interesting if we see all these out. Mike Evans, obviously, start him
boy.
definitely. But it's going to be interesting to see who steps up and who Tom Brady is going to trust if Godwin and AB's not playing and Gronk's not playing. So it could be an opportunity for Tyler Johnson to kind of step up and become that player that Chris Godwin has kind of been. And Chris Godwin being a free agent, man, maybe stash Tyler Johnson now on your fantasy teams because he could be that guy going into next year. So we all know Brady's playing 4 more years.
Golden Gophers.
That's all I got.
Yeah, is Scotty Miller still on this team?
Yeah, but he was healthy scratch the last 2 games, so
He'll be back.
Said,
Once a Miller, always a Miller. Am I right?
Miller time.
Miller time.
Scotty doesn't play. Scotty doesn't play.
Don't trust Scotty. I don't know, man. Last time these 2 teams played, I'm pretty sure that front 4, Washington's still alive and well, right? They've kind of struggled, but
They haven't been nearly as good as they were last year.
But if they're ever going to pick a moment to be like,
this would be the sick moment.
Hello, fellas. Do you remember that time?
But you also have to know that Brady is pissed about like the possibility that he got kicked out of the playoffs by Taylor Heineke. So he just wants to stop a mud hole in him too.
Oh yeah.
Man, there's only one mud hole getting stomped. I don't know, man.
And that's Tom Brady's son.
Gross. Is Fitzpatrick going to be back for this one?
I wish, dude.
Man, I thought he was coming back soon.
I think
He's just retired.
Yeah, I think there's whispers that he could play, but I think they're just going to stick with Taylor Heineke because why not?
It. All right, man. Yeah, I look for maybe a little bit of a frustrating game for Mr. Tampa Brady.
Oh, I don't. I think this is going to be.
All right.
That secondary is not good.
All righty. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, me too. It'll be a fun game. Looking forward to it. Seems like that's how the NFL's going this year. As soon as you don't think it's going to be a game, the Bengals lose to fucking
I'm just saying,
the New York Jets.
With everything being so unpredictable,
Except for the only thing that's predictable in the NFL is the Lions will lose this week, which is also, that's nice to know.
Fuck yeah.
So,
Skull Lions.
no,
Oh,
take
shit.
that back. Never say that.
My bad.
Let's move
How
on to
dare you.
another NFC North team, Packers, Seattle. Christian, go.
Yeah, well, a huge part of this is Aaron Rodgers going to play? We'll find out tomorrow if he can. Signs are pointing towards him playing, but we don't know. I'm going to talk about this game as if he's playing, though. And if not, then this game goes up in the air because we have no idea what to expect from Jordan Love or Matt LaFleur when he's coaching Jordan Love, apparently. Last week, the Packers O-line looked absolutely terrible. Got dominated up front, didn't give Jordan Love any time whatsoever. And Matt LaFleur came out in a press conference and said that he took most of the blame for putting Jordan Love in that situation and not changing the game plan. I'm paraphrasing. And yeah, it sucks because last week I went into it saying, man, this is Matt LaFleur's chance to put himself on the Coach of the Year map. And even if they had won, even if they had still lost, if they looked competitive and the offense looked good, it would have looked good on him, and they just didn't. So it kind of feeds that narrative that, oh, he's got Aaron Rodgers, but that's besides the point. I think they'll be fine if Rodgers plays, and I think Love is getting another chance if he plays to go up against a really bad defense. Seattle's 28th in passing and 25th in rushing. Green Bay is still great on the ground and good through the air. So I think we could absolutely carve them up, especially if Rodgers plays. Flip side, we also got Russell Wilson coming back for his first game.
Look at the tweet. Look up his tweet, man.
We back.
I don't want to.
Did you see that
I
video?
only sent it to him because I didn't want to. I didn't want you I didn't want to subject you to it, man.
It's so funny, dude.
It's
I'll have to check it
fucking
out at some point.
pathetic. But
He's
The first comment's just
ridiculous.
like, bro, you were out for a month. Why are you making this video?
dude. It just
I
makes
didn't-
it funnier, and I know his finger was super fucked, and I'm sure it was more pain than I've ever had to deal with in my whole life. But it is funny that all this stuff is like, oh yeah, dude, you hurt your finger. You know, it's not like you tore your ACL or something. Like, chill out. Anyway, he'll be back. That's an obvious bump for the entire Seahawks offense, but specifically Tyler Lockett. I mean, last week, I know we went off against Jacksonville, 26 points. But the other two games with Geno Smith, he had less than 6 in both those games. And I know we all know Tyler Lockett's pretty up and down, but that's still bad. He was only targeted like 3 times in one of the games. So, yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be a fun game, and it might just come down to whichever returning quarterback gets in rhythm first. I will say I want to shout out the Green Bay defense. I know you kind of talked about it, Dan, but holding Patrick Mahomes, I know that's not the same Chiefs offense that we're used to seeing, but they did the same thing to the Cardinals the week before. Green Bay's defense is looking really good, man, and they're still missing some key players. So just want to shout out them. We're going to need them to help us out against Seattle. But this should be a fun game.
we got a defense.
Yeah, Stokes went out early last week too, right?
Yeah, he did.
So, yeah, it's really good.
Fucking A, dude. I have 2 predictions for this game. 1, Aaron Rodgers will be the starting quarterback.
It's a good
And
one.
2, Jordan Love's mom is going to be at the 50-yard line in the front row. So, those are my 2 predictions.
That's fair.
She's going to
They
be
do need
front
to-
and center to watch her son not play. It's going to be
They
awesome.
do need to hook her up with some better tickets.
That was ridiculous, man. But I've been to Arrowhead a couple times. I've never been up there. And I'm a poor motherfucker, so.
That's always where I sat. at
Yeah?
Arrowhead. Yeah.
Yeah, right next to Jordan Love's mom.
Yeah, right next to Jordan Love's mom.
Pissing
I'm
over
always
the
up.
side.
I'm up in the top, but like maybe halfway up, you know. Come
Okay.
on. There's not a bad seat in Arrowhead, though.
I just buy whatever tickets make the most sense. So, like, expense wise, and
Yeah, I'm with you.
I like the view more. I like to be in the corner more than
Same.
I care about being close. So if it's corner super high, that's fine. Like, I
Got
can
you.
see everything. I don't
Yeah.
like being in the middle, and I don't like being straight down. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, I hate when you got like end zone seats. You're like, holy shit, did he just run the ball for 14 yards and like gain of 1 on the play? Like, what
You're
the
like,
hell?
oh.
The perspective. Yeah, I like to sit midfield about halfway up the upper. I say that as like I've never said anywhere else. It's pretty much
30-yard line, man. I think the 30-yard
Yeah.
line's a perfect spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
try that corner out, man.
I
You
will.
can see the play develop. You can, but you're still not. I don't know. It's nice. I like it.
hell yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Back to the game. I mean, it should just be a classic kind of Green Bay Seattle. This has been a low key, like one of the better light rivalries over the last decade. I feel like there've been some
Damn
really
green.
good Packers Seahawks games.
Oh, yeah.
Well, fucking, I hope this is another one.
Yeah.
That'd be tight.
This is a 3:30.
Russell
game, isn't
Wilson has still never won in Green Bay.
it? Oof.
So that's
Time to turn that around. Am I right?
no.
Yep.
No. Oh,
Seattle, we got a finger.
we got. Oh, that's fucked. All right. I
Well,
messed
all
it up.
right. Oh, damn. Well, let's go on to the last matchup. Daniel Saints, Titans.
Last one, huh?
Titans.
Tittans. All right. How about those Tittans, huh? What did they do to the Rams, man?
What do they
That
do
was
to all the
insane.
top teams? Jesus.
Yeah.
That was crazy. So, yeah, I mean, I got a bunch of notes here. It's a little scrambled, but let's just talk about what happened because this team didn't really do anything offensively. It was a pretty weak game for the Titans. They just had killer field position from those 2 picks. Just set them up. AP's in there. He got a touchdown, and fucking Ryan Tannehill
All
ran
day.
a touchdown in. It was just kind of a weird game. But somehow they ended up with 28 points on only 76 rushing yards and 143 passing yards. So what's up? I don't know what to think of this team without Derrick Henry yet, because this is a pretty bad game to gauge it off of, is basically what I'm saying. So on the flip side, their defense has been pretty good. It's top 10 in pressures, hurries, and sacks. And we saw what they did to, one of the better offenses in the entire league. They shook them so bad they had to go get OBJ. So that's fucking shook, man. That's shook and a half. The thing is, there's no Alvin Kamara. So what up? What up? What the fuck's going on? Trevor Simeon's coming out here, and he's going to get the start even though Taysom's ready to go. So I just don't know what the fuck to think, man. So we remember Winston, and they're keeping a lid on the passing game. Simeon comes out and has 29 pass attempts in a game where he's relieving injured Winston, who had 10. So, do some math, 39 attempts that game. Then he has 41 pass attempts in the next game. Winston never had more than 35 all year. So it's like they're trusting Trevor Simeon more than they trusted Winston as far as the passing game goes.
Yeah.
And then you don't have any Kamara action. So I guess it's going to be a fucking let's get the passing going. But I hope you keep it tight because, they just shut down the Rams passing game last week. So that's pretty much where I'm at. It's an unpredictable thing for me because we haven't really seen the true no Derrick Henry style Titans, and we haven't really seen a whole lot out of the Saints that wasn't just straight up Alvin Kamara this year. But you really do have 2 solid defenses. Like I said a little bit about the Titans defense. You guys probably know a little bit about the Saints defense. They're allowing the 5th least points, and they're number 1 against the rush. It would have been a cool thing to see Derrick Henry up against this stellar run-stopping defense, but I don't know. Was AP going to come up here and fuck the Saints up? I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
Well, there's one thing I know. They're going to put up 27 points because they did it to the Buccaneers and the Falcons.
Hey, there you go. That's fine. What the hell does that mean?
I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball at all.
Scared. Right.
Like there's no chance that the Titans can run the ball against the Saints without Derrick Henry.
Yeah. So the Titans D is pretty good stopping the run too, which, I guess, whatever Mark Ingram hopes. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, your Taysom Hill hopes. But basically, we're looking at a game where Trevor Simeon's going to have to come out and make something happen with, Marquez Callaway and Traquan Smith, and what the fuck, dude?
Deontay.
So, yeah, Deontay. So, I'm expecting this game to be either really exciting because the Titans defense gets a bunch of picks off of Trevor Simeon, or just super boring, sub 20 points for both sides. Your classic 10-17 victory for the Titans, I assume, but really could go either way. You never know. They could be one of those games where they get, AJ Brown firing up, get a couple big plays off of them. The Saints haven't been that great in stopping the pass. They're allowing the 27th most, 27th most. They're the 27th team in limiting pass yards. So they're allowing top 5 pass yards for opposing teams. So what up?
Not bad.
Not bad, man.
Yeah. What up?
I just think it's crazy they lose to the Jets and then beat the Jags, Bills, Chiefs, Colts, Rams.
You kind of got that classic Mike Tomlin Steelers vibe. The Steelers are famous for like just putting it on really good teams and then just losing to bad teams. It seems to happen every single year. And the Titans have been like that too this year. Because didn't they lose to the Giants too? Who else did they lose to?
Cardinals week 1.
Okay, that's right. Cardinals aren't bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
No.
So,
But yeah, I picked this game and I was doing the research and I was like, shit, I probably should have picked a different game. After I got the Kamara news, I was like, oh, well, what did the Titans do offensively? And it's like, they just got 2 turnovers that put them in their own red zone, you know? Like that's how they won the game.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's really good. I don't know how reproducible it is. They're not really like world beaters in the turnover department, you know? It's just kind of a big game for them.
I mean, when I covered them last week, man, I noticed that secondary coming on. So
That's true. I
Like-
mean, they have had some injuries back there too, so maybe as they get healthy, could be a big thing. But
yeah, sneaky. Well, boys, shall we do the rest?
yeah.
So typically we do a little just rapid fire. So we got the Bills, Jets, Lions, Steelers, Jags, Colts, Rams, 49ers. Instead, we're going to do a little draft.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Of
We
these
drafted a
guys.
full starting lineup.
Yeah.
Does
I
that-
guess
Two
so.
RBs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. QB
Yeah.
tight end.
I even put a super flex. I thought I just made it full spectrum, but like we can
Okay.
do.
Does that add up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Does that this?
It's 10 rounds for 10 roster spots.
Is
And
it 10 for a whole starting if you take out quarterback or kicker and defense?
Yeah,
Wouldn't it just be 8?
3 wide receivers and a super flex.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
You can do whatever. I figured it was 6 teams, or it's 8 teams and 3 of us. So I thought we could all get 2 quarterbacks and it wouldn't be like
Okay.
crazy.
I
But
got you.
it doesn't really matter.
3 wide receivers is stupid.
I mean, we can scale
do.
this. You can scale this all the way back. I just thought this was the max roster size, and
Okay.
anything less is a very, very easy thing to achieve.
Well, I'll do whatever. I'm just voicing my opinion about 3 wide receivers.
All right, make it 2 wide receivers. That's cool. It don't matter, man.
I do hate 3 wide receivers.
I just thought because there's 8 teams and only 3 of us that it was a really easy stretch.
Super flex stretch.
It was super flexible.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do a super flex.
It don't matter none. Damn it. That's
So,
what I'm saying.
So quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end, flex, super flex, defense. So does that mean we need to get rid of a round?
Yep.
How do you just want to do one flex, but that flex be a super flex so we could do quarterback or wide receiver
Okay.
or running back? Oh, I don't care. However you want to do it.
We'll do quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, tight end, flex, super flex, and a defense, and we'll go 9 rounds.
Okay.
Okay.
That adds up, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I mean, the one thing I can tell you for sure is that this is a 1-week draft for only bragging rights.
Definitely.
So
I actually think this is a really good idea. I think this will be super fun. Because
Yeah,
you draft a guy and talk about why you drafted him. You know, it's better than us talking about the games. 'Cause
Christian,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
Obviously
also
don't
also
care
you
about
can pull up the sheet too.
I'm
and
trying to
follow
pull
along.
it. I don't know why.
It's in the Must Love Digs Gmail.
I'm having the hardest
Did you
time.
share it or do I need to log into that?
I can share it with you.
Yeah, share it with me too. I'm just having a hard time getting.
Yeah, I'm sharing with you. It's called a Week 10 player pool.
It's cute.
That's my naming, so super
job.
cute. The tabs also have names. Congratulations to me.
Teams. Gotcha. Do we know
Yeah.
who's picking first?
That's what I didn't know. I thought about it a lot, and then I failed to figure out how we were going to decide that. So who wants to go first?
I don't care how we do it.
I do. I want to go first.
All right, AJ's. No, that's cool. AJ's first. We're doing snake anyway, so first is last. Suck.
That's okay. Josh Allen.
Nice.
Alvy. He's going to turn it around, man. Shitty performance last week. He's coming back around. You know, I got to go with my boy, Josh Allen, because we be Diggs fans up in this bish.
Okay. Yeah, I guess if you're doing that, I guess I'll go second, and I'll just go straight into Stafford, who is a higher ranked.
Is it because of
quarterback.
OBJ?
No,
Yeah,
because
he
it's
ain't
a
got
higher ranked fantasy quarterback on the year.
Oh, he's got the rushing upside? I didn't know that.
Oh, well.
Okay.
He's got the fantasy point upside.
That's fine by me because I'll take Cooper Kupp because he's the number one fantasy asset this year. So let me snatch that up real quick.
Oh,
Smart.
And then, since we're snaking,
Yeah.
let me go ahead and get Jonathan Taylor also. I think both guys are going to have a huge week, and you guys took the two best quarterbacks on the board. So give me the two most consistent skill position players right now.
Nice.
damn. That's a power flex right there. That's a super flex. See what I did there?
Wow. Go ahead and hook me with Najee.
All right.
Najee Harris.
For
Okay.
obvious reasons, they're playing the Lions. They're going to keep the ball on the ground. Big Ben, garbage dumpsters.
Holy shit, that is a damn great point. Let's see here. I'm trying to think. What is this? All right. I guess. Let's see here. Dang. Okay. Well, I gotta go. Stephon Diggs here. I gotta get the stack. Get the stack, man. They gotta come back.
Don't talk back.
These Bills need to go full freaking playoff mode, and I can't wait for it.
Get rid of the money clip. Just get them bills out.
And then,
Can
man,
we see the beast Stephon Diggs game this year though? Like, where's that been?
Don't worry.
It's coming.
dude,
He's
it's
the
got
Yeti,
to.
man. Once the snow starts to fall in Buffalo.
Okay.
You know he's OBJ light sometimes. Like he's gonna get that target action.
So I got the snake here. I'm gonna go George Kittle here.
Ooh.
Take the tight end. He's coming on. Let's hope it stays on that track, man.
Nice. Well,
Yeah, I mean, it was nice to see him bounce back from injury last week so well.
Yeah, definitely.
hell yeah. Now let's see what you're doing there. I'm gonna.
Take old Patty.
I thought about it, but I'm gonna run the risk. I'm gonna take DeAndre Swift.
There you
Nice.
go. I thought about it.
I was gonna go tight end, but after you did that, I thought whatever.
All right.
All right. Well, give me. Let me see. Give me Darrell Henderson.
Nice. I don't know if you're looking at the pool sheet, but I'm deleting the names as we go.
Oh, I've been looking at the games sheet because I want to know who they're playing. Because the reason I wanted Darrell Henderson is because he's playing that dog shit ass San Francisco run defense. So
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
let's go. And you know what? I'll just stick in the same game. Give me Deebo Samuel.
Nice.
Good bounce back after a low week. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I also have the matchups on the pool sheet.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Man, I'm all off of it.
It's all good. I was just trying to think ahead a little bit.
Oh, that's right. I didn't have it maxed out because I was trying to see your beautiful faces. So
Aw.
These faces will be here. Don't worry about us. Well, shit, guys, you kind of fucked me up on all that. I don't want to. I'm gonna go ahead with Deontay Johnson with Chase Claypool's out this week. So Juju Smith-Schuster's out, and we all know Mr. Blitnikoff himself, James Washington's not going to be blowing up. So
Right.
that'll take care of that for me.
All right, so these next two, let's see. I keep forgetting the Colts. Who are the Colts playing again?
Jags.
Okay, so I am going to go here with my first running back. I'm going to go Michael Carter.
There we go.
That's a good call.
And I'm going Michael Carter because if you remember, old Mike White's playing.
Yeah.
Last time Mike White played, guess who had 10 receptions? Michael Carter. So,
Jamison Crowder.
I like it.
so I like that. And I'm also going to keep it on the Michael train and take Michael Pittman Jr. here.
Okay.
Nice.
I like it, dude. He's coming along, man. He's going to be
Dude,
somebody.
he is
Oh, yeah.
looking good.
He's crushing it, man. I'm just going to go ahead and take Carson Wentz for
Wait.
fun.
Didn't you just go? I took Debo. You took Deontay, Michael Carter, Michael Pittman.
Oh, boy. Ain't your pick, bro.
Come on.
Oh, wait, no.
It is my pick because
Wait,
I
No,
did
it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
every
you're
time.
right, you're
You
right.
guys switch back and I pick between.
Yeah, we should have done it up top.
Did you get sniped or what?
These three.
Yeah. Sorry, I did. I made
9-round thing is confusing.
too many options.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, I snaked it back around. I probably shouldn't have done that. Fuck it.
Oh, I should have done the. Yeah, it should have been 3 columns instead of 9 columns, 9 rows.
Yeah.
That's. I will remember that. This is fun. I think we will do this in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah,
so
I like
It's
this.
tight.
we'll make a note on that. 9 columns, 3 rows.
All right, over to Christian.
Wait, 3 columns, 9 rows.
Okay. Well, I guess I should take a quarterback.
Did I
Gonna
snipe
need
you on
one.
that Carson Wentz deal?
Yeah, you did.
That's why I was like, let me interject here.
All right.
No. You not. It's not your pick. I got you. Sorry.
Guess. Well, you know what? Fuck it. I'll lean into it. Let's go TJ Hawkinson.
Oh man. All right. I almost took Hawkinson in like round. I don't know.
Well, you got another pick here, too, man.
Yeah. But I was like, I'll get my core just unbelievable, and then hope the quarterbacks carry me. And to be honest, looking at these quarterbacks, man, let's go Mike White.
Ooh, I like it.
Let's go. I know he's playing the Bills. It's probably not going to end up well, but
That's what the
I'm
Jags
having a little
said last
fun.
week.
Nice.
I would have taken Carson Wentz. But
Let's see. I want to try and paste and transpose. Let's see if it works. Boom. No, didn't work. But it'll look like that next week.
Oh, tight.
Yep. Anyway, nice. Well, fuck me, dude. Am I just gonna have Steelers players? I think that's where I'm at. Let me check my pool. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fuck. I guess I'm gonna take. I'm just gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it. This is tough. I'm gonna go for Brandon Ayuk.
All right.
ooh,
Oh, Mike White. I did not have him on the list. Here we go. I'll type his name.
All
and
right.
delete
So
it.
it is back to me. Let's see. You know, I think let's see here. I need running back, flex, super flex. I'm going to do this only because I think he's going to have a good game and also kind of fucks Daniel here. I'm going to take Pat Freiermuth,
Nice.
oh,
and I'm going to put him into my flex.
Yeah, you just fucked me good.
Nikes.
Man, this guy's coming on, man. I really have been enjoying watching this fella.
Yeah. I would have taken him if I didn't already have Najee and Deontay. It got a little weird there.
And now, shoot,
Is it my pick again, or you got a double?
I got the double-double. I guess I'll come back and I tell you what. This is slim pickings down here. Let's take. I need a running back. Golly. I guess I'm going to take. James Robinson. Let's hope he plays.
Nice.
Take him. It's gonna hurt.
I think he's gonna play.
I do too. I almost wanted to take Naeem Hines there, but
Yeah.
I think I was gonna take James Robinson, the one that got away. My great white buffalo.
He'll be back. I'm going to take Elijah Mitchell, something I should have done months ago.
Yeah, he's playing that stout Rams defense, though, so we'll see how it happens.
Yeah, I understand. I just think between him and Brandon Ayuk, one of them has to put up some action.
True.
That's fair.
Playing the numbers game.
All right. Give me Elijah Moore.
Yeah.
Why not?
I mean,
This is between the two of them for that flex spot.
the
Yeah,
Elijah.
for sure.
I'm hoping.
And
that
then
TDs
super flex, man, I'm debating on Ben here. He's been terrible all year, but he is playing the Lions, so that could help out a lot.
What about Trev Dog though?
Yeah, that's who I'm gonna go Trevor Lawrence just for funsies. Give me the Rook
Send in the Rook.
and make sure he's in the super flex spot because Mike White is my QB.
Oh man. Well, my last pick is a player who does not
You got
carry.
two more.
Oh, I have two.
Yeah, but one's a defense. So.
Oh, yeah, I put that question mark. So my last meaningful pick is a player who does not carry an injury designation going into this week of football, week 10, and that is Dawson Knox.
Ooh,
Yeah.
baby.
It'll be exciting to see him back for sure.
Hell yeah.
So with this last, do we want to do defense or do we want to do like a sleeper pick, like a flex?
I don't know. Yeah, we could. You can do whatever the fuck you want, man. You could make it an additional flex, whatever.
Yeah, just make it a flex. That's more fun. That's all anybody cares about.
That's true. Who cares about defense? Flexi. We'll call it a flexi.
Although, to be honest, this is a pretty ripe list of defenses, like the Bills versus the Jets, the Steelers versus the Lions.
Yeah.
Well, if you want that to be your
Rams
flex,
versus
you
Niners.
Okay.
you can put
We'll
that.
call it a super duper flex, where you can put a defense in there.
Super
That's
D
the-
duper.
That's the duper part.
So I think I am going to take Jared Goff here. Jared Goff.
Oh, do you have 3 quarterbacks?
I don't.
Oh, you only have 2. Nice. Okay, I'm with you. All right.
I like Jared Goff because I mean that Pittsburgh secondary isn't like super elite,
No.
but who knows? Who knows what will happen there? And
I
then
love my team.
for I think for my flexi flex,
Yeah, you got a good.
Jamal
Pass
Agnew.
catchers.
Let's go.
Nice.
I love this guy. Only because I kind of planted him like a couple weeks ago, and then he actually turned out to be
The only wide receiver on that team.
Yeah.
Nice.
You gotta love it when you're like, I think this guy gets a lot of target. He might be something, and then he is, and you're like, I called it.
That's hilarious.
So
Well,
Why do you think I never shut up about Elijah Mitchell?
exact 100%.
and when he says never. No, I'm just joking. I will take the Steelers defense.
Fuck.
Sorry.
What I was gonna do.
You can take my other choice. Well, I was going to also maybe take Jonathan without an H, Taylor. Or Naheem Hines, sorry. Since you already have Jonathan
Take
Taylor.
Taylor. Yeah.
You can do whatever you want though.
I can. I'll take Cole Beasley.
That's
Nice.
That was another good choice.
I guess Robert Woods is still sitting.
Yeah,
on
I just noticed Robert Woods was still on the board. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, and then Daddy's little Odell.
Oh man.
I didn't want to take Robert Woods until I see a game with Odell and see what really
Yeah.
happens. And like Corey Davis probably have a great game too. No one picked him, right?
I
They
probably
did.
would have picked the Bills defense, but I've got too many Jets.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's hard to like the Bills defense still played great, even though the team didn't play great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Also, what's hilarious to me is like, oh, Jared Goff. Like, I think he's gonna have a good game. No, not a single Lions receiver was picked.
yeah. You could say that. And
Are we
and
gonna
regular
keep
full
track
season draft.
of these teams and how they do?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the math.
Alright.
It's pretty simple. I'll just type in for the belt format.
Okay.
Oh man, I don't like my team.
I love mine. I'm super stoked.
Yeah, I like my team a lot too. So
Well, it should be fun, man. Well, yeah. Once again, peep the teams, bros.
We're
But
gonna keep record tracks, right? Of who wins each week.
yep.
yeah, dude.
Tight.
We'll get some little side action bets going on. Have some people drinking some White Russians or something.
Hell yeah.
But well, I think that wraps it up.
Hey, that's it. That's
sir.
week 10. And I know it's going to be a pretty awesome game. We got Vikings at 3, Packers at 3:25. The Chiefs are prime time at the late night, Sunday night, Carrie Underwood game. So, yeah. So, fuck yeah, man. It's going to be a great week. And I know you guys are going to be rushing back to hear us talk about it next week. So, thanks for joining us. It's been Rough Draft Research. You know, don't forget to tip your podcasters.